guys, I'm Helena and welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna go and do this look for you, and yeah, it's just a, what you call it, a simple darker eye pinkish lip look. And yeah, I enjoyed doing the video. I enjoyed the makeup, and yeah, I have a couple of yeah, first impressions. My foundation, my blush, and yeah, that's it. Those two are the first impressions, so we're gonna find out together. And I actually did like the foundation, and yeah, you'll see during the video. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it and just have fun watching. Of course, I already have my moisturizer on, so I'm gonna start with a primer, and I'm gonna use a primer from MaxFactor, the Face Finity All Day Primer. And I'm just gonna use this with my hands, just one big pump over my whole face. Oh, and before I go on, I have a mirror down here, so excuse me if I look down a lot. Today I'm gonna go and use a new foundation. It is actually from MaxFactor as well, the Second Skin foundation in 045 warm almond. So let's see together how it is gonna be. So just gonna pump the foundation on my brush, just 2 pumps. It seems quite creamy. Let's just start and see what it does. It's quite an ashy color. It is actually quite a good color for my face, so I'm very impressed. In my opinion, the foundation is quite sheer. It doesn't have that much of a coverage, but well, it does have a good coverage actually, but it lets your skin, it shows your skin, so it's sheer to medium, and I actually like it a lot. And I also like the color for my face as well. I'm just gonna use a concealer. I have the Touche Eclat by YSL, and I'm just gonna use this under my eyes, and I have a little spot here, so I'm just gonna put a bit on there as well. I'm gonna go over it with my buffing brush, as the one that I was using earlier. I'm gonna use a tiny bit on the bridge of my nose as well. As you can see, a tiny bit on my nose went to my forehead, under my cheeks, my chin. So let's just buff that out. I'm gonna use my mineral powder from Lancome, the number 2, and it's just, it does have a color, but I prefer that, as I have already said before in my other videos. I'm just gonna use a tiny bit on my whole face, not under my eye area of course, but it does set my makeup, but it gives a tiny bit of a color that I like as well. So just a light hand though. And my brush is from HEMA, the classic powder brush 151. I'm gonna do a tiny bit of a contour, and I'm gonna use this tiny eyebrow powder palette. And I have no idea what the color is or what the name is, but it is from Primark, and it was around €1.50. But I never use an powder on my brows, but I do like this color, the middle one, a lot, just because it is quite taupe. It has a gray undertone, and it is lovely to give a yeah, shadow, to use it for a shadow when you're contouring. And just a tiny bit goes a long way. So I'm just gonna powder or contour on the areas that are most common: my cheeks, tiny bit on the side of my nose, my temples, and on my chin, or yeah, under my chin, and a bit under my mouth as well, so my lower lip. I'm going to use a tiny blending brush for the side of my nose. I'm going to use a tiny bit of this powder in my crease as well, just because I like the depth and I like it to be the same color as the rest of my contour. I think that it makes it a bit more natural. For the next step, I'm gonna bronze my face a tiny bit, and I'm gonna use a mattifying compact powder, so not a bronzer, but it's the same. And it's this one from HEMA, number 25. My brush is the Contour Blusher brush 159 from HEMA as well. As you can see, I do go over the places that I powdered before for the contour, the shadow, but that's just because I like to yeah, just mix the colors all in together. Next, I'm gonna blush my face just a tiny bit, or use a blusher on my face, and it's gonna be the blusher from H&M. This is actually a new one as well, so also a first impressions together. It is actually so cute. It opens up as all these little hearts. It's actually a first impression, but I have this product in my drawer for like a couple of months now, so it's not that new. And if you open it up, it has a mirror, and there is a tiny brush in there as well. So that was a bit too much. I got excited because I thought there wasn't any pigment in there, but woohoo! There is. So I'm gonna use the classic powder brush that I was using before for the mineral powder, and I'm just gonna go over my face with this one, or over my cheeks. So my new obsession is this Gosh palette, or it's not a palette, it's a giant sun powder in 001. It could actually be used as a highlight, but I use it over my whole face, and just with a big brush, tiny bit, and just over my whole face for a glow all over. Tiny bit of a highlight, and I'm using the Catrice Pure Shimmer highlighter, and it is a limited edition, and it's called Pure Shimmer highlighter and Nude Purism. I just like this product a lot. So on my cheeks, bridge of my nose, just above my eyebrow, and a tiny bit above my lip as well. So just because I'm gonna use a lot of loose powders for my eyes, and also because I like the effect, I'm gonna use this Essence. Ooh, hair is all over. I'm gonna use this Essence Effect eyeshadow. It's a creamy stuff in a tube, and I'm just gonna put this on my eyelid, the moving eyelid actually. I'm guessing my powder will stick better, and I actually like this. Shall I zoom you guys in? Maybe that's better for the face, or I mean for the eye. Yeah, I'm just gonna zoom you in. So the powder that I'm gonna use on my eyelids to darken it up is the Mineral Eye Powder from Mercier. I'm gonna be using a tiny brush. I'm gonna start out in my crease, and I'm just trying to tab it and not move it around much. I'm gonna use a different powder, and this one is from MaxFactor, and it is in the color 107 Burnt Bark. Just underneath the dark powder on the moving eyelid. I'm gonna use a tiny bit of that brow powder that I was contouring with, just on the center. So first I'm gonna blend this. So now I'm gonna use the same combination underneath my eyes as well. Next I'm gonna use a light shadow just in the center and on my brow bone to yeah, just highlight it. And I'm gonna use the Wanted Color Duo Feline Collection by Helena Rubinstein. Gonna use the light color, of course. I'm gonna use a different fluffy brush just to bring it on. So now I'm just gonna use a tiny bit of the same Essence Effect eyeshadow that I was using before, just on my finger, on the center. Light color on the same finger. So next I'm just gonna curl my lashes. For mascara, I'm gonna use this YSL Mascara Volume Effect Fox Kills. So this is it. This is the wand. So I just decided that I want to use an eye pencil, so I am gonna do that. And I'm using the Crayon eyeliner in the number 019 Noir Black from Christion Dior. Just on my waterline. So I'm gonna zoom you out again. Now I'm gonna do my eyebrows, and I'm using, as usual, the Lapaay Feline eyebrow pencil in the color brown. And I'm just gonna fill in the gaps, and he's there again. For my lips, I'm gonna use a lip liner, and this one is from Essence Lip Liner number 11 in the nude. I'm actually filling in my whole lip with this. As you can see, I have overdrawn my lips a tiny bit, but I'm gonna use a darker color, and that's gonna be from Essence as well. And this one is the Satin Mauve. This is in the number 06. So actually, when you fill in your lips with lip pencils and you want to overdraw your lip a tiny bit, it's best to use two colors, and the first one should be the same color, or just around the same color as your own lip, and you just draw in your whole lip and overdraw it a tiny bit, and then use a darker color to just line your lips a bit. As you can see, I haven't lined my underlip on the sides, just mostly in the middle actually, and that when the sides are open, it's gonna look a bit fuller. Just a tip. So that is the lip. gonna use a lipstick as well, and this is a lipstick that I have bought at Lidl, and it is from their own line called Sin, and it is in the color 26 Vintage Rose, and it is just a gorgeous rosy color, just in the same lines as I'm doing, and it has a tiny bit of a sheer to it as well. I'm gonna use a tiny bit of my highlighter with a tiny brush, just to highlight the upper, my upper lip, above my upper lip. Oh, that's actually it for this look. Let's just loosen up my hair. So guys, this was the look. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please like it and come back to my channel, subscribe if you want, and yeah, just thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye guys!